When I walk through the front door, I just feel a lot of peace. Knowing that all my children are here and they're growing up in this space and that I was able to, along with my husband, put it together for them, I just love that. I'm Emile, and this is my house in Woodland Hills, California. I live here with my husband and my 3 children. This is a 1950s home designed by Charles Du Bois. At the time, he was very well known for building houses in Palm Springs. And I love the style of it. I love the flow of the home. My house is definitely a good source of inspiration for me. From the minute I walked into this home, before we ever even did anything, I already felt like those creative juices flowing. So I don't find it that strange that we all kind of just got even more creative as we've been living here, because it just had that feeling. When we set out to design this house, my husband and I did a lot of the designing and renovations ourselves. Basically, all the woodwork you see throughout the house, my husband did, and I'm really proud of him for that. So this is definitely the heart of the home here, our kitchen that I put together with my husband. As far as what my husband has built for the home, I would say the island is one of my favorite things because I just use it so much. Cooking for friends and family is definitely one of my love languages. A lot of the prepping and all that goes on there, and I get to, sit with my kids and whomever we're hosting here, and we just kind of all surround this island, and it's just absolutely functional for our space. The majority of the artwork around the house is painted by Aiden. He's 17 years old and he just has a very special touch. I definitely feel very connected with the pieces in this home because my son's art here puts so much love into them. It just feels like me. It feels like my family and what we represent, and that's very important to me. My color scheme is definitely neutral. I love the creams and the whites, and I think it's just something that resonates with me naturally. White may appear simple to a lot of people, and they're like, oh, you just throw on some white paint, but that is not true. There's so many variations of white, and depending on what tones, the hues that are underneath the white, what you're going for is gonna affect the lighting in the room and how the room feels. So I tend to mix up 3 different whites in this home. I have a more peppery white, which is more of a gray hue. Then I have a more creamier white, and then I do have a white, a bright white, and I kind of mix all those 3 together. So we decided to change the color here in our main living space to a little bit more of a creamier white, and my daughter Brooklyn, she did not take to that very well, and it was very funny and actually a little bit shocking to me that she was so concerned about the color change, because it was just, again, a variation of white, but now her eye adjusted, she told me, and she's perfectly fine with the color change now. Clearly she's my daughter. I say my design method is pursue pretty at your own pace. Taking the time to collect pieces, not just buy things because you think you have to, but really being very careful about how you curate your home is definitely going to give off the aesthetic that is important to you and how you want to live in your own home. When you're very careful about things that you're bringing in, you'll notice that you don't really turn around too much stuff, because whatever you were drawn to in that piece from the beginning is why it stays with you for so long. It's what you really love.